for fast mutual authentication and key exchange in mobile communication. Objective. Objective of my project is, in mobile communication environment, mutual authentication is achieved between mobile users to share their common secret which are authenticated by visitor local register and home location register. Abstract. Many security mechanisms for mobile communication has been introduced in the literature. Among this mechanism, authentication plays a quite important role in the entire mobile network system and acts as the first defense against attackers, since it ensures the correctness of the identities of distributed communication entities before they engage in any other communication activity. Therefore, in order to guarantee the quality of this advancement service, an efficient and secure authentication scheme is urgently desired. In this paper, we come up with a novel authentication mechanism called the nested one-time secret mechanism, tailored for mobile communication environment. Through maintaining inner and outer synchronization changeable common secret respectively, every mobile user can be rapidly authenticated by visitor location register and home location register respectively. In the proposed scheme, not only does the proposed solution achieve mutual authentication, but it also greatly reduces the computation and communication cost of the mobile user as compared to the existing authentication scheme. Finally, the security of the proposed scheme will be demonstrated by formal proof. In existing system, security problems still exist in some GSM-based system. Authentication and key agreement protocol in existing system makes HLR transfer long sequence of authentication vectors to a VLR in the first round of authentication for each mobile user. When the VLR must show the vectors, this vector will be discarded whenever the corresponding mobile user visits a new VLR, which will waste the resources and increase the computation and communication cost for the system. Disadvantages: replay attack and the impersonating attack in the GSM system. Communication cost is more. Resource wastage. Proposed system. Proposed system containing outer one-time secret and an inner one shared by each mobile user and the system. If the user does not leave the service area of the current VLR, in this case, the user performs an initial mutual authentication protocol with the VLR only, and they set an initial value for another one-time secret called the inner one-time secret shared by them. They can perform the following authentication action via the inner one-time secret until the user leaves the service area of the VLR. Once the user enters the service area of another VLR, the outer one-time secret will be resumed to serve as the key parameter for the next round of authentication between the user and the system. The outer one-time secret is temporal common key of the user and the HLR for initial authentication or authentication when the user roams around the service area of a new VLR. The inner one-time secret is shared by the user and some VLR for mutual authentication between the user and the same VLR. In the proposed idea, mobile user shares the outer one-time secret with the HLR and shares the inner one-time secret with the current VLR. This is referred to as the nested one-time secret mechanism. Advantages: communication cost is reduced when compared to existing system. Immune to both replay attack and impersonating attack. System requirements. Software requirements of my project is language Java 1.5, front-end Swing, back-end is SQL Server, operating system Windows XP. Hardware requirements: hard disk 80 GB, SD RAM 56 MB, and processor Intel Pentium. Process speed is 2 GHz. Use case: the user sends a request to a server and request splits it to topology construction and home location and visitor location and message transmission. Modules: mobile network construction, and module 2 is home location register mechanism, and module 3 is visitor location register mechanism, and 4 is encryption and decryption, and the final one is message communication. Module description. First module is mobile network construction. In this module, mobile node information is for initializing the number of nodes, giving names to those nodes, initializing the port number for a particular node, and provision of host name. For mobile network construction, we provide the links for the initialized nodes. We also provide cast to the various links. We check there is no multiple links for same set of nodes. Cast specification is given to all nodes. And second module is home location register mechanism. For mutual authentication, the initial authentication protocol can initialize or reinitialize new value of a common one-time secret. That is, the outer one-time secret between the user and the system for authentication. Once the user one-time secret has been shared by the system and the mobile user, they can perform the first mutual authentication. based on the secret and also negotiate a new value of the secret for the next authentication. The outer one-time secret is the temporal common key of the user and the HLR for initial authentication for when the user roams around the service area of a new VLR. In the third module is visitor location register mechanism. The inner one-time secret is shared by the user and some VLR for mutual authentication between the user and the same VLR. Especially if the user stays in the same service area of the same VLR, the following authentication process can be simplified as an initial authentication process and a sequence authentication process based on the inner one-time secret between the user and the VLR only. Encryption and decryption is the fourth module. AES algorithm is used for encryption and decryption. It is the current standard of symmetric crypto systems. We define that the key length of every encryption-decryption key in the proposed scheme is 256 bytes, which will generate a large enough key space containing possible key values. User and system done a mutual authentication by sharing information secretly using encryption-decryption mechanism. And the last module is message communication. When the mutual authentication is successfully performed, the mobile user can share the information between them. In this module, user can send the message to end user when the mutual authentication mechanism, that is nested one-time secret mechanism, is successfully enhanced between each user and system. This is a data flow diagram. Model topology construction which splits into a node name, port number and host name. It leads to a user login where user can log in with their username and password. If user is in the same location, if it is an yes, visitor location register leads to an inner one-time secret between user and the same VLR, and it leads to mutual authentication and then a message communication and then it leads to user. If it is a no, then it leads to home location register and again it sends to outer one-time secret between user and system, and again it goes to mutual authentication and leads to a message communication. It sends to an user. Architecture diagram. User sends a mutual authentication to home location register and visitor location register. The home location register sends to an outer one-time secret, and similarly visitor location register sends to an inner one-time secret. Home location register and visitor location register have a link in between them. Outer one-time secret and inner one-time secret sends messages to the user. Screenshot. It is a login page where the user can log in by giving the username and password and then sign in. And after the user inserted, it shows the dialog box as successfully inserted. This is a link up page where a source and neighbor can be selected and it should be submitted after once it has been selected. Visitor location page is a label where you can extend the JFrame. It can encrypt or decrypt, and string can be generated here, and once it has been completed, it will be sent. It's an authentication process as a mobile client where you can select mobile where communication is roaming. For example, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kerala, and you have to choose a destination, and then we have to encrypt or decrypt the message, and it will be sent. We can type any string such as Chennai, and we can type a key, and then we have to encrypt or decrypt the key. This visitor location register, home location register key values. Then we have to enter a key what we have entered already, and then it will be encrypt the messages. It will show similarly as we did before. Then the authentication process will be verified. Then a mutual authentication process will be verified. Then it is an inner secret VLR authentication process will be verified. Secret key shared between a VLR and client. Then we have to choose the best part. Then we have this is in conclusion. We have proposed a secure mutual authentication and key exchange scheme for mobile communication based on a novel mechanism, that is nested one-time secret. The proposed scheme can withstand the replay attack and the impersonating attack on mobile communication and speed up authentication. The proposed scheme reduces the communication and computational cost, but also the security of the scheme has been formally proved.